Hey guys, how's it going? Josh from Not Just Your Average Joe here, coming at you guys with another yo-yo review. Alright, so today we have ourselves another Onedrop yo-yo. Yes! So, before we get into this, I just want to say thank you to all the people who actually gave me inputs on what yo-yo I should get for this review. I gave you guys a little list of what I wanted. And what I thought I should buy next, and I asked you guys to tell me what you guys thought I should get, and to give you some input on the review. And thank you, because a lot of people actually gave me some good feedback, and I ended up picking the Onedrop Topdeck. So the reason I got this yo-yo is because it had just came out when the person who commented, this guy right here, when he asked me what yo-yo he wanted me to review, and I saw this yo-yo and it just come out, so I decided, you know what, I might as well get it because it looks cool, and yeah. So that being said, all the other people who commented on the last one, that's not to say that just because I didn't get that yo-yo right away, it doesn't mean I'm not going to get that yo-yo. I may still end up getting one of the yo-yos that somebody else commented before, but for right now, I'm just sticking to the Topdeck. So yeah, let's get into the review. Alright, so a little background on this yo-yo. This yo-yo is JT Nichols' signature. He recently got this out. I'll put the link to his promo video right there. And yeah, so just initial looks of this yo-yo. I got this in orange, and I actually like the way this orange turned out because it looks more like more of a brassy or bronzy type of color than it does a just straight up orange. And I think it looks really good. I was originally gonna get purple, but then they ran out of that because for some reason that's like always one of the first colors to run out in yo-yos. So I decided to go with something a little bit more unique, and I got an orange, and it looks really good. I really like it. The Topdeck logo right in there, it's actually it's not lasered in. I think it's more of a it feels actually kind of like it was just painted on or something. And actually it's probably how they did it. It's more probably just a stamp or something like that. Regardless, it actually feels pretty nice. It looks cool. And yeah. Also, so you have these axle hubs. So the axle inside of the yo-yo goes obviously inside of the yo-yo, inside the caps, and this little hub right here actually has the axle inside of it, which is kind of interesting because I've only seen this type of hub inside of CLYW yo-yos. So I mean, yeah, and Onedrop's usually like really known for their side effects. Like their side effects would be in place of this little hub, so that's kind of interesting. I've never seen that in a Onedrop yo-yo, so yeah. Also, you'll notice that in this yo-yo you have 1, 2, 3, actually technically 4 different rings. And so this ring this outer rim right here, is just straight up good machining. It's not really good for finger grinds. I probably could do a claw grind, but just one-handed thumb grinds, probably not the best for this rim. The inner rim right here, actually probably still not really that good for thumb grinds, but I could still land a claw grind and maybe a thumb grind if I was like moving and the yo-yo was really tilted. But yeah, also in here you have this tiny inner ring. This allows you to actually do finger grinds on this yo-yo, not for very long, because of the combination of both the hub and the combination of the machined logo in here. So it's not like the best for doing all of that, but you can still probably like land a couple of finger grinds if you really put your mind to it. So yeah. Right, so the specs for the Topdeck, let's get into those right now. So the diameter of this yo-yo is 55.40 millimeters. The width is 43.0 millimeters. The gap width is 4.45 millimeters, and the weight is 66 grams. And it's just a regular. This yo-yo originally came with a stock size C 10-ball bearing, but I actually changed that to a size C 10-ball grooved bearing instead because I had one of those lying around. That was also brand new, so I made sure that I got a brand new bearing with this yo-yo, so I didn't affect the playability of this yo-yo. So, you know, just to let you know. And this also has slim flow groove pads in it, which are really nice and I really love, and I actually bought a pair of those with this yo-yo, and I really love that response. It's just, I don't know what it is, I just love that response. So, so now that we're past the specs, let's talk about the overall shape of this yo-yo. I really like how it's more of it's like a rounded H shape, but it's really wide. It's almost as if it was a Y shape, but it's a rounded H. And one of the reasons I gravitated towards this yo-yo is because this yo-yo resembles a lot of the N5 Desperado and the Kilter 2, two of my favorite yo-yos. And the top deck is actually taller than both of these yo-yos. And yeah, even though this one is a H shape, it is still pretty close to these two yo-yos. So I really like it. I really love the shape of this yo-yo. This yo-yo is absolutely beautifully shaped. Also, the shape is really great for doing just straight up 4-finger grinds. And I've actually come up with like 2 or 3 different 4-finger grind tricks just for this yo-yo, because it holds so well. It's so well balanced. It's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, so let's get into the pros and cons of this yo-yo. So I've had this yo-yo for about 3 weeks now, so I've had some time to play around with it. You've seen it in 2 weekly throw sessions, and so you've seen the playability of this yo-yo, and if you've seen, I've only been doing really techie tricks with this yo-yo. And since it's JT Nichols' signature, that makes a lot of sense. JT's style is really techie, and he doesn't really do many speed combos necessarily, but he does like really fast tech and just really crazy tech that he really needs a really solid yo-yo to really be able to handle that. And that is definitely where this yo-yo shines. Playing around with this yo-yo, I've noticed a lot that it was not the best for shredding like really hard in terms of my like heavy speed combos, but when it came to my extreme tech combos, it was absolutely beautiful. Like I could do mousetrap the mousetrap combo straight into my knotted triangle combo, right into branding, right into the flow, right into snap bind, right into just, by the way, those are all names of tricks that I've made. Those are actual names of other tricks as well, but I changed them to fit the type of thing. So yeah. This yo-yo is really great for shredding hard on your tech combos. Like if you've been looking for a yo-yo that you just don't figure out, you can't like quite get your full tech combo all the way through, this yo-yo is definitely what you want. It really just, it goes forever. And even with the new bearing, I tried it with the ball bearing, the flat bearing that it came with, and I also tried it with this bearing, and I could still do just as much on both bearings, even though there's a flat bearing in one and then there's the grooved bearing in this one. So bearing doesn't really do much to the yo-yo. The bearing, as long as it's like generally good and it's well lubed and cleaned, you're gonna get the same results. So that being said, it is very stable, but it's also very light as well. So as I said in the last review of the Vanguard, how I said I was so disappointed with it is because even though it was really light, I didn't feel like it was very well distributed. And here it's very like thin compared to this. Like the gap width is so much smaller here, like really small. And so yeah, and I did not feel like the weight was distributed quite as well with the other yo-yo, but I feel like this one, even though it is kind of light in the hand, when you throw it down, you really get a very stable feel. You do not feel like you're throwing down a cheap piece of aluminum. You really feel like you're throwing down a solid piece of metal that's gonna go for a very long time. So now I will say this against the yo-yo, it does tend to have like a little bit of vibe when you first throw it down, but once you start playing, it becomes completely dead smooth, and you're actually pretty good with that yo-yo. So the initial vibe on the yo-yo in the beginning isn't anything to worry about. I was worried about it at first, but then after I did like a pinwheel or two, or I just went straight into doing my tricks, completely evened itself out, and it was fine after that. So I will say that the vibe on the yo-yo is nothing to worry about. So just to let you guys know. Alright, now quick disclaimer, if you're a person who plays fast, like has a really fast speed combo, or if you have like, or if your just style is just a little bit more fast, then I will say that this yo-yo is probably not going to help you out a lot. It's, even though it is very light and generally stable, it's too wide. I feel like when I'm trying to shred with my speed combos, it just doesn't, I can do them, but it just doesn't feel like I really am doing it to the best of my ability, and I tend to mess up a lot when I do them, compared to if I say used like a more angular yo-yo like the Move, where it is a lot more centered in, and it's not really like it doesn't have as much air resistance when I'm throwing this through the air compared to if I was using this, where it's a little bit more wide. It's got these big caps where air can start to slow it down if it goes too fast, and so yeah. But that being said, I feel like this yo-yo was really just made for tech, and tech alone. Like, as I said before, you can do speed combos, but they're not the best with this yo-yo. I don't think this yo-yo is really meant to shred really hard. But that being said, I do feel like it's really great for front mount combos, especially front mount speed combos, because it's really stable, and it doesn't really tilt as much as like a regular yo-yo would. So like, it's really light and open shape really helps it do front mount combos really fast and really efficiently, and I really love it about that, because my front mount combos, especially my speed combos, are kind of hard for me to land sometimes, so having this yo-yo to do that is actually really helpful. So I mean, that's just an opinion, but I feel like this yo-yo really shines in front mount combos and really hard speed combos. That being said about the speed combos, if you actually have really light poppy tricks, kind of like Gentry Stein's tricks, or Zach Gormley's tricks, where they're kind of poppy but they're still sort of fast at the same time, and techy, this yo-yo is actually it performs pretty well with poppy tricks. It can really, since it's pretty light and wide like this, you can throw it up and catch it on the string very easily, without many complications. I will say that when you're learning a lot of things, especially if you're really into Eli hop tricks where you jump up and catch it on like a different string or something like that, your accuracy will be way higher with this yo-yo compared to if you're using like a Move or something. So that's one of the great things about this yo-yo as well. This yo-yo, actually, I don't have much to talk about too much with this yo-yo, because it's just good. I don't really have anything, I don't have much bad to say about it, except for that it can't really shred too well on really fast speed combos, but other than that, it's really good. It's a really great yo-yo. I really recommend this if you have like 80 bucks to spare on a new yo-yo. I really recommend getting this, especially if you're getting like one of your first one drops and you don't really care about getting like a one with side effects. I would really recommend the Topdeck for anybody, whether you're a beginner or if you've already gotten like a whole bunch of one drop yo-yos. I really think it's a great yo-yo. So yeah. So I want to do something special for this one as well. I've gotten up to 40 subscribers, and yay. That may not sound like a big deal to anybody else, like outside of the YouTube community, but like getting subscribers is kind of hard, especially if you're not like promoting your channel to every single person that you see. It's like, okay, it's kind of hard to get subscribers and stuff, and I really appreciate the 40 of you guys who are here, especially the 40 of you guys who are also fellow YouTubers as well, who have found me like appealing and actually want to subscribe to me. And yeah, you know what, here's what I want to do for this episode. I want you guys to, I'll put a list in the description below of all of the yo-yos in my collection, and I want you guys to ask me which ones you guys want me to do a review on. because I haven't done a review on any of these yo-yos except for these three. So I have lots more, or these four actually, and I have lots more in my collection. And you know what? Even if you want me to do a redo of this one, because my first review is actually pretty bad in this one, so you know, if you want me to do a review on any of these, including like accessories, send me a request in the comments below, and yeah. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.